Gotta get up.
Local Vancouver mountain bike rider Carlos Zavarce not only won a spot on the sold-out BC Bike Race, but he also won the opportunity to team up and ride alongside mountain bike legend Wade Simmons. Only a day after crossing the finish line in Whistler, let's meet with Carlos firsthand and find out what the ultimate single-track adventure was all about. You survived.
I did.
No injuries?
None. Well, no, none.
No.
None. I'm going to say none. Yeah.
Tell me, did the BC Bike Race adventure experience live up to the high expectations you had pre-race?
Yeah, I think it exceeded those expectations, if I'm honest. It was like the logistics of that operation are so crazy that it just, the amount of work that went into it, the amount of volunteer hours, and like how just stoked people were the entire week blew my mind. Okay,
so what was your most memorable moment out there?
That's a hard one.
One moment.
Probably crossing the finish line. Yes, on Sunday in Whistler, Saturday in Whistler.
What were the dynamics like between you and Wade?
So it kind of started. We basically, Wade was up here. Wade's a super strong guy. You know, he's 40 years old. Not a young buck, but he's
still going.
He's still going. Like he's an incredibly strong and talented rider, and he pulled me for the first 2 days. So the first 2 or 3 days, I was ruined. Like I got home, I got back to the camp, and I had heat stroke for the first day, and I thought to myself, like, I can't do this. So he was basically like waiting for me at different intersections in the trail where he'd get ahead. But as the weeks went on, he had a cold, so I'm not.
Yeah, you can't control all those things, right?
He had a cold, so he's still doing great. But he kind of went down like this, and I kind of just started peaking. And by the end of it, I was actually kind of waiting for Wade to catch up at the end, which was amazing. But mostly because he pulled me through, and it was able to help me keep going. So
what was your most biggest challenge as a team together?
So we're both strong riders, but we're not road fit. Like a lot of those guys out there, they do a lot of road miles, and so off the gate, we would have people passing us and flying by us on the roads because it's usually a bit of a road section and a long gravel road climb to get to the first part. So Wade and I would, we'd try as hard as we can to stay with the main group. Then as soon as we got in the woods, we'd have to pass everyone. And then as soon as we got out of the woods and back onto another climb, they would all pass us again. So we were like accordioning the whole every stage. We just saw guys that we saw, at the beginning we'd see them go past, and then we'd pass them, and it was crazy. So.
And personal solo challenge for you?
Hydration.
Okay.
Yeah. You got.
How did you work through that one?
You just got to sit there with a bottle of water and drink constantly. Like you can never stop drinking water.
See, I want to know what your relationship is like with Wade now, post-race, bromance, breakup. How do you feel about your idol?
Yeah, no, he's awesome. He's like the best guy in the world. Hopefully we'll ride together. He's got a kid on the way, so he's going to be doing daddy duty for a bit longer, but I fully suspect we'll go for rides in the future.
And where did you place? Where did you finish?
So out of 37 teams, we finished 7th.
Okay.
And in the enduro stages, so those ones I explained to you, like little downhill races kind of within the epic race, I finished 25th out of about 200 and just under 200 men.
Impressive.
Yeah, and Wade got me. Wade finished 13th. So
Holy.
Yeah, he always led the charge into it, and then I tried to keep on his wheel for as long as possible. But by the end, he was always a few seconds ahead. So.
Okay, so having an experience or adventure like this in your lifetime can really be super highs, super lows. How are you feeling right now in the moment, après race?
I'm feeling good. It's kind of crazy that it's all over, but I'm looking forward to the future.
And how are you going to up this one?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know.
No plans yet?
Well, Crankworks Enduro. I'm going to try and just crush people for that. So.
Wow, so I'm going to see you at Crankworks.
Yeah, definitely. I'll be there.
Exciting. That's awesome. Okay, well, it's been such a pleasure to follow you in your adventure here on the BC Bike Race, and I think you're such an inspiration to other riders and other athletes. Any last words for BC Bike Race hopefuls?
Yeah, if you're interested in doing the BC Bike Race, do it, because it's amazing. But get on it, because it's already 60% sold out.
Otherwise, you got to come up with something creative like Carlos did, like pimping bacon up from, right?
Exactly. And if I can just say one more thing, a huge thank you to Rocky Mountain, BC Bike Race for putting on this competition, Race Face who gave me a mountain of clothing,
wow.
Shimano for throwing a bunch of parts at me, Ava Hotel in Whistler, which we stayed at, and Harbor Air for flying us around. And
wow.
Hope anyone. Yeah.
Such great supporters.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Nice and local too, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.